Welcome to Positive Atheism English channel. Today I am going to read out to the third part of the article Beyond Evolution, which is written by Gora, an atheist. A theory can explain facts, but it cannot deny facts. Doubtless, the theory of evolution explains meanings of things and their changes more realistically than faith in creation does. But when the materialistic understanding of evolution denies the existence of free will, it is contradicting a fact. Free will of the individual is a reality of everyday experience. We do exercise freedom to choose what to eat, what to talk, where to go, and so on. To attribute choice to eat to deterministic reasons like choice of food being determined by presence of hunger, hunger being determined by non-availability of food, and non-availability by poverty, and poverty by economic order, and so on, is a partial view of facts. Further, it is an intelligent escape from the reality of a situation when one chooses to eat this or that. Is it not ridiculous to deny this choice by linking up it with the economic order at large? Prevailing conditions do influence choice to some extent. The choice to eat can be limited to the amount and variety of food available. Yet, even a hungry man can reject food when it is offered under humiliating treatment, or he may choose to pocket the insult. Definitely, the choice is his own. It is such choices that build up a man's life more than his circumstances. Even a man in fetters and imprisoned within stone walls can try to free himself. Not only fiction, but true story too points out to the possibility of the expression of freedom of the individual under the most oppressing circumstances. Thus, free will of the individual is reality that cannot be denied by a theory, however respectable it may be. Free will of the individual should not be confused with the divine will of which religious faith speaks. Free will of the individual is a reality of experience, whereas divine will is a collective concept which is imaginary. The assertion of the free will of the individual exposes the falseness of divine will, which is supposed to be almighty. For if there were anything almighty beyond the individual cannot be free. Because the individual is free in reality, the postulate of divine will is false. Nor can individual be regarded as spark of the omnipotent divine will. A part can never be free because individual free will is free, divine will is false and imaginary. The recognition of the free will of the individual is the principal feature of atheism. Therefore, if the concept of evolution has carried understanding beyond faith in creation, atheism takes it beyond evolution too. After all, what is the theory of evolution? It was propounded by a man called Charles Darwin. He coordinated some evidences and formulated the theory. As it explained facts more realistically than faith in creation of good, it gained popularity. But when we find that the theory of evolution contradicts the fact of individual free will, we shall have to revise it in the same way as we discarded faith in God's creation. We cannot ignore the fact that man is the creator of God. He is the author of evolution. He is the master of all his understanding. He can revise and improve upon an understanding whenever he finds it defective. Though he is thus the master, it is a tragedy of human life that his slave mind tends to make him a creature of his own creations. He creates a God and thinks that he is created by God. He formulates theory of evolution and thinks that he is a product of evolution. But sense of reality and rise of rationality shall reclaim man from conventional thinking and assert his free will. All understanding is wrong that cripples free will of the individual. Atheists use evolution as a vehicle of understanding realities, but they do not allow their freedom to be fettered with the shackles of mechanical lies like causal logic and dialectical materialism. Within limits of real experience, knowledge of evolution is useful, but when its inferences are stretched beyond real experience, we indulge in fancies of primordial matter and ultimate entropy, and we contradict ourselves by denying the free will of the individual. Science becomes unscientific when it exceeds the limits of real experience. Atheism checks these extremes. The existence of free will is not only a reality, but its exercise is moral necessity, because to be moral, one must be free to discriminate between the right and the wrong. Religious faith sought to ensure morality by codifying certain virtues and enjoining their adoption. However blind the conformity was, religionists were conventionally moral according to the particular religion tenets, but progress of civilization outmoded the codes and world morality turned into present fanaticism. Indeed, materialistic understanding dispelled religious fanaticism. Materialists are atheists to the extent they discard belief in God and its creation. But materialistic understanding proved no better than religious belief, since it also denied free will of the individual by regarding him as a product of evolutionary process or as a creature of material circumstances. Sometimes it is worse. Materialistic understanding has no room for considerations of human feelings and social justice. It supposes that the wheels of evolution roll according to mechanical laws, and that inequality and injustice are only phases of the evolutionary process. The individual is a helpless victim of the immoral process. Karl Marx was deeply touched with the injustice of economic inequality, but he adopted the conventional method of evolutionary process for his attempt to remove the inequality. Consequently, the theory of dialectical materialism and class struggle necessitates political dictatorship for the removal of economic inequality. Materialistic understanding is atheistic insofar as it is godless, but it is not wholly atheistic unless it is corrected to include the free will of the individual. Whole atheism and full recognition of the free will of the individual is essential for the free growth of the sense of morality and for the establishment of all-round equality and human justice. Materialistic civilization has, in practice, released the freedom of the individual through godlessness, but it is only partial and has not led to an understanding of moral obligations, because theoretically man is deemed a product of an evolutionary process. So, a materialist is imperious and authoritarian. Evils of war, colonial rule, racial prejudice, economic exploitation, and cultural arrogance are no less callous and cruel in materialistic civilization than religious feats of primitive people, because materialism has no respect for moral values. The materialistic West is selfish, while the religious East is superstitious. Both the drawbacks are equally responsible for war and riot here or there. All-round peace, justice, and equality are possible when moral values are appreciated with a sense of all-round freedom. But a full sense of free will is suppressed in the primitive people by their religious faith and in the civilized people by their materialistic understanding. Therefore, we have to go beyond materialistic understanding of evolution, feel fully free, and grow wholly moral for the peace and prosperity of humanity. Atheism is that way. And here ends the article of Beyond Evolution, which is written by Gora, an atheist. And we shall meet in the next episode again with another article. Thank you.
For more videos, please subscribe to our Positive Atheism English channel, presented by Samaram channels, which has crossed more than 20 crore views. Please like, subscribe and share our videos, and for notification of our new videos, please click the bell icon.